Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kayla. I am a spiritual embodiment coach and psychic channel. So I'm here to do the energy reading for this week. Let me get set up over here on Facebook as well, if it will work with me. I'm not sure it's going to work with me today. That's all right. We'll just hang out over here on Instagram, and then all those lovely people on Facebook can catch the replay. Anyways, I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday. This is the Lionsgate portal, and I am so excited. It almost feels as if I should be throwing a gigantic party, and I kind of am. I'm going to go in the Facebook group right after this, and we are going to have an incredible Lionsgate portal activation. We're activating our soul essence. And so this is something that my guides brought in, and they really haven't given me too many details other than this is going to help unlock and unchain yourself from some of the physical burdens of this reality so far. So I'm really excited to see how this all comes together, and of course hang out with you guys and share this energy. So let's dive in a little bit to the energy forecast. So as you know, today is the Lionsgate portal this Sunday. But this is also the Leo new moon. So there's a lot of really, really potent energy that's kind of just swirling around us right now. And last week I mentioned that perhaps you're feeling this need to pause, to kind of let the energy settle. And that's perfectly fine. The Lionsgate portal activates us, or really just this energy, this Leo energy, right? This lion prowess that comes in with this energy, especially this year. It really activates us to our courage, our fullest potential, our fullest expression, and really of being able to stand in our truth as it exists right now, and also giving us that permission to change. We no longer need to fear that change, because when we accept ourselves now, we can then accept ourselves in the future, even if some of these details of our identity change, right? So if you've been feeling perhaps a little bit of that strain between the ego identity, and feeling more of that resistance to letting go of your physical reality, or just these attachments to the physical reality, it perhaps has brought up some shadows for you to look at. So perhaps you're breaking through some of those old beliefs. Maybe you're breaking through some of those old ideas and limiting behaviors. And for that, I want to congratulate you. That is incredible, incredible work that is really necessary to step through this portal and to embrace what's on the other side. So if you have been showing up for yourself and really braving some of those uncomfortable awarenesses, uncomfortable emotions that can come up through the shadow side, I want to commend you. You've been doing incredible work. And now that we are stepping through this portal into the other side, we're lightening the load of what we've been carrying. So if you are one who has held a lot of energy within your aura, or if you've held a lot of your trauma in your body, you are being guided to let go. So perhaps you've had random emotional outbursts where you don't have a trigger, like it wasn't in response to something, but all of a sudden you were overwhelmed by this emotion and you allowed yourself to express it instead of judging. That is huge progress, and I want to help you recognize some of these signs that you're going through this shift, especially if you've not undergone some of these transitions before. But I also want to pull a couple cards so that we can look at what energy we can expect after today. What energy is this bringing up into our next week, and how can we prepare for that? So I have the Ostera deck, my tried and true trusty deck here, and I'm going to pull two cards for the week ahead to give us a sneak peek of what is heading our way. And then of course I will also take a moment to share the guides' messages of what their guidance is for us as we're stepping through this portal. And I'm just setting the intention to have the message that is aligned for the highest good of the collective to come through during this reading, and that any of the guides present are here to assist us in raising our vibration and assisting us in the ascension of the new earth, all for the highest good of all. Oh, 2 cards right away. Perfect. Okay, so I love it. I have the Strength card, and then I also get the King of Coins. Loving these cards. These are both cards that have an interesting shadow side. So I'll give you a little bit of that information as well. So Strength, a lot of times we focus on the projection of strength in our society, right? So when we have this projection of strength, a lot of times it's not coming from a place of authenticity, and it's not coming from a place of sharing our vulnerability, but rather it's coming from that ego-based projection of where we want to project strength so that others honor our boundaries, instead of tuning into our own authentic power and sharing our vulnerabilities from a space of I am always protected, and no matter what comes my way, no matter how you take this information, I know that I am guarded and I am protected and I am safe. And so this strength that this card is bringing in is not the ego projection that we are so accustomed to, but rather she has her very loyal companion with her. She knows she is safe and she is trusted and she is guided. She is going into battle. She's battling this battle between the light and the dark, right? And you see this on her shadow, on her shoulders. She holds the moon and the sun and the cities that are affected by these energies. And so when she's contemplating her next moves for this battle, she consults her heart. She pulls her heart to the forefront outside of her armor to lead the way, to light the way. And in this way, she can lead from truth and from authentic power, as opposed to projection or division. The strength of our communities is going to assist the strength of the individuals. If you have come from divisive cultures, or if you have come from a space that does not honor and respect community, or in collaboration, instead, perhaps they're built on codependency. I want you to take a second to recognize the difference between codependency and collaboration, because these two energies are vastly different. I am from the United States, and so I have recognized so much division, segregation, as well as codependency, which these energies exist largely in the same paradigm. We exist in a culture that wants us to be dependent on the powers that be, as well as divided from the people. And when we divide the people from one another, we are separating them from the support that they truly need. And I want you to just take a step back and consider where your strength truly lies. Does your strength come when you put your power with another, when you take your power and give it away? Or does your power come from when you fully stand in your truth and you work with those who are willing to honor and respect your truth? This is the energy of collaboration and of sharing that vulnerable space with others, right? Of allowing your authentic self to be seen. The King of Coins is our second card, and this card really is talking about these financial luxuries or the physical luxuries that can come. This card does come with a warning of, and I'm trying to form a phrase here. The warning is essentially beware of putting too much stock into these luxurious adornments, because something that I've seen happening throughout all time, but especially now within the spiritual community, is there are a lot of people who put a lot of stock into the adornments, into the appearance. And so this is that shadow side of focusing on that appearance as opposed to the truth. And so the ego is all about appearance, projection, and coming from this space of, well, I have to project strength, I have to project luxury, or be concerned about other people's opinions of me, and etc. But what this Lionsgate portal is really calling into awareness is the difference between this ego projection and the truth. Because for so long, they've sat here so close that we could dip into each side of them and kind of blur the lines. And so now we're coming to recognize, well, all of these things, if I'm worried about the handbag that I'm carrying for the status symbol as opposed to for how it makes me feel, then we're kind of blurring those lines a little bit, right? We're dipping into the ego instead of standing within our soul truth. And so the King of Coins comes in this week to say, beware of your physical attachments and the meaning that you associate with them, the meanings that you assign to them. Luxury, support, and abundance are your birthright. But when it comes to adorning yourself with them as a status symbol, it creates a divide between cultures that does not support the collaboration and the growth of community that is now being brought into the collective energy, right? The 5D energy, this new earth energy that we're stepping into more and more each day, is really about anchoring in some of these truths that come from source, that we each one of us hold a piece of source light, right? And in stepping through this portal, the message that they really want to share with you is that it is your right to embody God through your body, to embody the light through your vessel, so that you can be a wave maker, so that you can be one that signals change and affects the energy of those around you in a positive direction. So the Strength and the Knight of Coins come in this week to remind us of who we truly are, that we are not the outside elements that we have invested in our protection. We are not the physical adornments and status symbols that we have collected, but we are so much more than that. The truth of who we are lies within our being. It is in the heart of the center of our being, our heart, right? The truth of who we are has come here to be vulnerable, to speak truth, and to get uncomfortable with our ego, get uncomfortable with our shadows, so that we can dismantle all of these projections that have formed our reality. And so much of our reality, every piece of our reality, is formed upon a collective projection. And when collectively we begin to wake up and shift this projection, it shifts the energy. And that's exactly what's been happening this week, where we have this divide between these lower vibrations and these higher vibrations. And that's caused so much of this emotional roller coaster, right? And so if you've been feeling this divide within your being, or this almost like jumping between the two energies of, wow, I'm really excited and I'm really high vibe, to, oh man, that left me really fast, but then it came back and now I'm excited. This is just showing you that you are in a time of shifting these paradigms in your own world, and that these things are now being anchored into your reality. And so the moral of the story here, the last few pieces of guidance that we want to leave you with, is to trust your own being above anything else. Anything that you hear, anything that you see within society, I want you to bring it in and compare it to the light that exists within you, the truth of who you are. Does it resonate with you as truth, or does it feel like, oh, well, somebody told me I had to believe that, so should I force myself to believe that? And if that's the case, send it back out, because it is not truth. Anything that does not resonate with you as 100% truth, that 100% heck yes, then it's a no. And it is needing to be discarded. It is needing to be burned away. It needs to be sent out of your awareness so it can stop cluttering your field, and so that you can really tap in and feel the truth of who you are without distraction. And our society is really great at providing us distractions. I am really excited because we are going deeper into this in the Facebook group. Right now, we are in the middle of our soul attunement challenge. And so I've given everybody a meditation last week for them to listen to, and then a couple journaling prompts. This week, we are going to do a soul essence activation, like right now. So go join the group. And then I will provide you with a meditation for the week ahead to help you sifting through some of these energies as they are shifting higher and higher. And then I will also provide you further journaling prompts for the week ahead. So there's lots of tools in there to assist you in tapping into your own light. This soul attunement challenge isn't me giving you things to believe. It is not me giving you really anything except the prompt. And that is the most beautiful part of this challenge. Each person in this challenge is having a different experience because they get to experience their own truth. They get to experience their own soul. They get to build this relationship with their soul, which is just so magnificent. And so each person is questioning their beliefs. They're finding what it means to connect to their own inner being. They're finding what it means to be a part of this collective, a part of this whole. And watching their experience has been absolutely mind-blowing. I am so proud of everyone who's participating. They have been sharing their results with me, and I am seeing already a big shift after only 1 week. So this is not a challenge that you have to participate in order. So this is the start of week 2. I'd love for you to join me. Just jump in wherever, and then if you would like to finish out the challenge, you can go back to the beginning and catch up to where you jumped in. And so this is a challenge that is cyclical. You can repeat it over and over and jump in at any stage. And I absolutely love that the guides have provided us this challenge exactly at this time as we are going through so much transformation and awakening. I would love to assist you on a personal level. So if you have been resonating with my readings, perhaps you've caught a couple of my posts and you found that resonance within your being and you're curious about what it would look like to go deeper, I would love to have a free call with you. These are available on the link in my bio. You can set up a free 30-minute call. We can chat about your guides, we can chat about your journey, and we can dive a little bit deeper into something that's coming up for you right now, just so that you can have an experience of what it looks like to have this support on your physical journey of embodying your soul essence. And so those are available on my website, and I do have a few more openings in my Healing Grace coaching program, and I've opened up 2 spots in Healing Foundations as well. So Healing Foundations is for those who perhaps are newer on their spiritual journey, or perhaps are in this time of transition and you'd feel as if you don't have these solid foundations to build upon. Perhaps the ground is a little shaky, and so you might make some progress, but then you see that decline. And you want to have the stable foundation so that you can build and build and build without so much of this tossing and turning. So Healing Foundations is going to give you these core elements grounded deeply into your body. This is all based on you and your journey and your guides. So all of it is channeled, and we will put together your journey together as a team. And then Healing Grace takes it one step deeper. This is for those who are already working with your intuition, but perhaps you want to know how to connect with your guides. Perhaps you want to dive deeper into some of this inner child work, or addressing some of the effects of trauma, your mental health, some of these deeper aspects. This is going to be Healing Grace. It's a 3-month container to allow us to have that time to integrate and process all the work that we are doing. So all of that information is on my website, and I would love to chat with you. So DM me if you have any questions, and I will see you next week. Bye everyone. Happy Lionsgate.